Not leave me alone here.
What's that?
I'm begging him to not leave me alone.
Okay. Tony Stewart has joined us. He's today's race winner. Drives the number 14 Mobile one-off of Steve Post Chevrolet for Stewart Horse Racing. This is his 41st win in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Obviously his second straight win, and his third victory here at New Hampshire. This is Tony's 16th top 10 here at New Hampshire in 26 races. Good track record here, and he's the points leader by 7 points over Kevin Harvick. Tony, just talk about another strong performance today by the 14 team, and boy, you're 2 for 2.
Yeah, it was definitely an awesome ending to the day for sure. It was rough getting there. I mean, the first 2/3 of the race, I think we kind of hung around 10th or 12th there, not by choice or design, but just, it seemed like that's just as far as we could get at the time. We were in a lot of traffic and, just never could get, it just seemed like a lot of guys would get stuck in traffic and kind of maintain position. There were only a couple guys that you could see that really could make headway and drive through, but, it seemed like when we got, the closer we got to the front, the better our car drove, and, we may not have been the best car at the end. I mean, Clint was just a tick better than us, but and I definitely did not know that he was in a situation to worry about fuel. So the good thing is Darian told us we were 2 to 3 laps to the good, and I just got to run hard all the way to the end, and it seemed like when we got in the top 5 or 6 cars there, we had pretty good lap times, and like I say, we weren't the fastest car, but we were solid and could maintain that pace the whole last 100 laps.
Congratulations again on the victory, Tony.
Thank you.
We'll take questions now. Go ahead.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Tony, ever since you were on TV in Victory Lane, around the buzz all around the track and all over the internet is wondering what you meant by when you said we dropped some dead weight earlier this week.
We're just going to leave it at that. We're just going to leave it at that.
Could we ask if that was
you can't ask anything. It is what it is.
That's
all it was. That's what I said, and that's where we're going to leave it.
That's what we'll put. Leave it
Darian
at that.
says there's not even been any personnel changes on the team this morning.
No, there hasn't.
Slide over here. Mike Vega, do you have a question?
Tony, congratulations. Can you talk to the success your team has had here this year, coming here in July? You finished 1 and 2, and then, of course, winning the pole then, winning the pole now, and then, of course, winning the race. What is the race place that suits you?
Loudon's been awful good to us this year, for sure. Ryan did a great job both the races of being fast in practice and getting the pole, and I'm not sure exactly how their day shook out and what they fought during the day, but in the spring we started up front and we were able to stay up there all day and just keep working and chiseling away at it. Today was a lot harder run at it, from 20th, and we just kind of stuck to the plan. I mean, we never tried anything trick to get us up there. We just stuck to the plan, and it just there was the one stop where about half the field came in, and that took us from about 10th or 12th up to 7th at the time. There may have been 4 or 5 guys that pitted there, but it just seemed like we got close enough to the front at that point that's when we finally got in range where we could do something and make some ground. We got back there with some cars that we just got stuck behind. I mean, we got stuck around the 56, the 31, and it's all because we're just all running the same speed. So, it seemed like once we got up there in a little better air, we were able to take advantage a little bit better.
Jerry
Jordan, the Examiner newspaper. Tony, what kind of momentum do you get from the 2 wins? Obviously, you don't need much. You're a very confident guy, but going into next week, what does this do for you and the team overall?
It's huge. I mean, when you talk about momentum, it does. That race car doesn't know anything about momentum. It knows what you put in it, and it knows how we drive it. It doesn't know stats. It doesn't know anything other than just what's put in it. So, momentum deals with people, and it's not just these first 2 races of the chase. It was the 2 weeks leading before it too. I mean, we haven't finished outside the top 7 now in the last 4 weeks. So that's huge for us. I mean, it's huge for our guys. I mean, we've had one of those seasons up to the chase where just we couldn't do anything right. I mean, we couldn't get it clicking. We couldn't get through all the bad luck, and it seems like every week something would happen, and we'd have to try to dig ourselves out of the hole the rest of the day. So, you know, hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that we're through that bad luck string now, and that things are hopefully going to click the next 8 weeks.
Let's get this gentleman right here, and then we'll go back to Mike, and then we'll go upstairs. Go ahead.
Justin St. Louis, Vermont Motorsports Magazine. Tony, Darian kind of touched on this a few moments ago, and you said yourself a few weeks back that you felt you might be wasting one of the chase spots. I assume that you don't feel that way now, and did you see that coming, the turnaround, or was it a matter of time, or is it, what is it?
It happened in a week. I mean, we went from 5 laps down at Bristol to running third at Atlanta the next week, so no, you don't see it coming. It's not like, you know, it's not like we say, okay, this is what happened and this is what's wrong and this is what you got to do to fix it. It's, you know, it's like I said, we just had really weird luck this year, and you know, there's been races where we've just missed it and just couldn't get it happy, you know, get the car happy. But there's been races when we've been a top 5 or top 3 car or a winning car, and something stupid happened, and you finish 15th or 20th, and you leave going, we missed an opportunity. So it's, the potential's been there all year. We just, you wonder when the bad luck string's going to stop, and you know, you hope it, like I said, we hope it lasts another 8 weeks now. We hope we're through it and that we can just keep clicking off, you know, top 5s and 10s, and if we can get a couple more wins, that'll be awesome. So you know, you hope you're where you need to be. The thing about this sport is things change week to week, and the one thing I think our organization is really good at is taking what we're doing day to day. I mean, we don't lose sight of where we're at today, worrying about 2 weeks down the road. I mean, we focus one day at a time, and you know, obviously, you know, stuff like the chassis that we're going to run through the end of the year, Darian's got those planned out, but you know, we really just focus on the day that we're on, and you know, what we can do to make the most of that day.
We'll go to Mike Vega and then go up to the press box. Go ahead.
Tony, you talked about the bad luck that you suffered. You even had some here last year in this race. You know, given the bad karma, you think you're owed now the good karma. You're reaping good karma from, you know, the stuff that you went through not only last year, this year. And can you speak to the irony of winning this race, you know, Clint running out of gas after, you know, you ran out last year and he went to the win?
Yeah, it's amazing that it's happened like that, but you know, Clint was one of the first guys that called last year, and you know, as happy as he was that he won the race, I mean, he knew how disappointing it was for us, and was one of the first guys that called and said, hey, I'm sorry about what happened. I mean, because you don't want to win them that way, and you don't want to see guys lose it that way. I mean, this is a sport where everybody has a high level of respect for what happens and how it happens in this sport, and to have a win get away from you that way, I mean, you know, it's disappointing for anybody. So you know, we definitely can, sitting up here right now, we definitely know what it was like last year for him, and you know, can sympathize with him about it. It's but you know, it shows the character he has. I mean, he was one of the first guys on pit road to get to me and congratulate me, and he was laughing about it. You know, he's thinking the same thing of what we're talking about, just how ironic it was that last year the roles were reversed, and but it shows the kind of character that Clint is. I mean, he's a great guy, and like you say, you hate to see somebody lose a race that way. I mean, you love winning races, but you hate to see somebody lose a race that way.
Let's go to press box. Go ahead, press box. No questions. Okay. Other questions downstairs? All right, one question. Okay. Go ahead, press box.
Hey, Tony. Drew Bonifant with the Concord Monitor. I just wanted to talk to you about on the front straightaway where you took the lead there. What was the technique behind that in terms of, I mean, when did you decide that was the point to make your move? You know, and just, I mean, what was the thought there?
Well, I mean, I planned it for 280 some odd laps. I knew he was going to run out of fuel right at that moment, and versus just driving through him and running over him, it was just seemed like it may have been an easier option just to turn left and drive around him. So I guess that was my strategy all along. I knew kind of that's what we were going to do. I just had to wait for that opportunity.
No follow-up to that. Let's go to Mike Vega.
Wow. and we were doing so good in here today.
Tony,
go ahead.
Just you know, the comment you made going into Chicago about your chase chances, a stunning turnaround, is it not? I mean, to go from feeling like you don't have a chance, to now that you probably have a pretty good chance. But can you talk about that stunning reversal of fortune here for you?
I wish I could say you could predict it. I wish you could see it coming in the future. The hard thing is, as much as it turned for us, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, like I say, we hope the next 8 weeks go this way, but the reality of it is, you look at guys that are in the back half of the chase right now. They're guys that a lot of people expected to be in the top 5 or top 3 in the points right now, and it shows that 1 or 2 bad days can put you in a bad spot pretty quick. So as much as we want to sit here and beat our chest and be proud of what we've done, and we are proud of what we've done these first 2 weeks, we got 8 hard weeks to go here. So the celebrating isn't going to last long. I mean, we got a lot of work to do, and I'm proud of our group. I'm confident that we've got a group of guys that are very, very focused right now, and like we said, the cars don't know anything about momentum, but the people do, and this is the perfect scenario to go into these last 8 weeks for sure.
And this is Tony's 8th win in the chase since we've been doing the chase. It's ties for second with Carl Edwards. Any other questions? All right, Tony, Darian, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You didn't want to miss that, did you?